Oh yeah, y'all know what time it is. Let's go. Y'all see the intro. Monday Night Madness, baby. Monday Night Madness is in the building. Before Seth Rollins was thinking about burning it down, there was always a fire starter. You know who that is. Me, myself, Andre the Torch Robinson, here in the building, ready to burn down another Monday night with my guy who burns it down consecutively, daily, consistently. My guy does this on the regular. Kill BNG from Nothing But Sports Central. My guy is in the building. What's good, Kill? Like and share the show, by the way. I think my guy is muted. Working on his joint, man. We gotta get look at the background. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, man. Great weekend. In sports, World Series set up. We had boxing this past weekend in the NFL. NHL season already kicked off. NBA season also, man. A lot to talk about, man. Great to be a sports fan.
Absolutely. Listen, folks, like and share the show. I know I was sounding a little choppy in the beginning, I'm sure, but that'll work itself out eventually, and things will work out the way they're supposed to. Keo, man, let's talk about real quick those Atlanta Braves. Are you excited about the Atlanta Braves being in the World Series? Okay. Wait a minute. Time out. Dalton Smith, I know you is not trying to be funny right now. Did you say it sounded like Okay, yeah, Keo is definitely on mute again. I don't know why, but he's on mute. Nevertheless, I'm here. Keo's here still. I'm sure he'll come off of mute any moment. Yeah, might as well get into week 7, NFL talk. All right. Am I the only one that can't hear Keo? I don't hear him at all. I don't know why. I don't.
Can you hear me?
Nah. Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, my bad about that.
No, it's good. It's good. It's all good. Let's see if we can fix that. Okay. Now let's see. All right, Keo. Let everybody know what's going on.
As far as the World Series goes, man, I'm definitely looking forward to it. The Atlanta Falcons' first time in the World Series since 1999, so that's great for them. Great for baseball, and they've come a long way to get to where they're at, man. So it's good to see the Braves back in the thick of things. They do got to deal with the Houston Astros, man. A really good offense, could score in bunches. It's going to be a great series, though. So I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I'm gonna be very honest with you. I want the Atlanta Braves to win. I do not want no MLB team who cheated in past to win nothing. Okay, we don't want you. All right, hashtag we don't want you, Houston Astros. We don't want you. I would rather have the Atlanta Braves win. I grew up watching, TBS and the Atlanta Braves. When they had Tom Glavine,
Chipper Jones,
John Smoltz, Chipper Jones, Andrew Jones. Yeah, I grew up watching them, the Atlanta Braves. So I'm super excited for the Braves. Yes, Fred McGriff. Yep. Pour it on. I'm super excited for the Atlanta Braves. I can't wait to see what happens. I mean, Tuesday will be game 1 of the World Series. All right. Atlanta and Houston. All right. We'll be going at it. We'll talk about more about them later on, but Monday Night Madness is here, of course, and we got to get to the thick of things. Tonight's game in the NFL, obviously, is the Saints and Seahawks. All right. Dalton Smith was talking mad junk. Again, you are with Andre Robinson, Andre the Torch Robinson, the Keo BMG, from Nothing But Sports Central. All right. Or what I call No BS Central as well. All right. Call line is open 716-481-8249. Call in. Any thoughts? We want to hear your voice tonight. All right. Make sure you like and share. I don't want to just hear my voice all night. I got Keo here who gonna bring us this right here. This is the question of the day. All right. We're gonna show the question of the day real quick. Here it is. There we go. If you had to pick a top player in the NFL 100 list right now, based off the first 7 weeks of this season, who would be number 1 on the list? All right, let's keep that in mind as we talk NFL, as we're going through week 7, the picks, the outcomes and the results. All right, but tonight we got to talk about the Saints and the Seahawks. Keo, what's your thoughts on this game, this Monday night game, man? They both look like teams that struggled the first 5-6 weeks. Seahawks 2-4, haven't won a game at home yet, and the Seahawks and the Saints are 3-2. They've won 2 games on the road. So, what's your thoughts on this one?
I clearly got the New Orleans Saints winning this game. I think with no Chris Carson in there, he's out. Then you have Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is what makes that offense goes, and without him, it's gonna look like a very completely different team, and you'll see it tonight. I definitely got the Saints. Jameis Winston only got 3 interceptions this season, man. People won't want to clown on him talking about defensive player of the year. Don't look like no damn defensive player of the year right now from what I see. I mean, it's, it's big shoes to fill from Drew Brees, but from what I see from Jameis, it's not the best of football. I think he's very selective. Um, Sean Payton's being very cautious the way he selects his plays. If you look at it, you look at the amount of carries that Alvin Kamara gets. We're not using Alvin Kamara getting 18, 20 carries a game when Drew Brees was the quarterback. Now they're trying to base it more on the running game. And I do have the Saints winning this game, man. I just think they're going to pound the rock using Kamara. Make Jameis throw the ball when it's necessary, and they're gonna rely on the defense, man. So I definitely got the Saints winning this game. I do like the receiving core with DK and Tyler Lockett, but you got Geno Smith throwing the ball, man, and I have no faith in Geno Smith right now. So I'm taking the Saints.
All right, interesting enough. All right. Well, I said it in the beginning. I said as soon as Russell Wilson went down, being in there makes it even more tough for offense who needs these two guys to be on the field to actually get on the field and be consistent or have any type of success offensively in a consistent manner. I don't know, man. I'll be very honest with you. Pete Carroll has some major decisions to make coming up. Even if this season is a failure, even if they lose tonight, we're talking 2-5, 7 games in. And even with the 17-game schedule, I really don't think you could still lose more than 6 or 7 games in that conference and be a playoff team unless in games. I don't. I think there will be some big conversations if they lose tonight. So with that being said, I see the Seahawks trying to come out with some fire tonight. They're going to try to come out with some fire. But is it going to be enough? I'm going to go with Dalton Smith's team tonight. I'm going to go with the Saints. I'll go with the Saints. And I think the Saints will come marching in Seattle, and they'll march out 27 to 21 victors. 27-21. Keo, did you have a score for that game?
I'm going to say 24-13 Saints.
24-13 Saints. All right. Put it in the comment section, you guys. What's your thoughts on this game coming up? Monday Night Football coming up. We got Monday Night Madness on, but Monday Night Football is on its way. All right. Give me your thoughts. Give me your scores. Okay. Give me those. Appreciate you definitely for interacting with us on Monday Night Madness. This is our early Monday Night Madness special. Keo called me up and was like, "Yo, hey man, Monday Night Madness going down." I said, "Sure, man. Why not? Let's put it together even while I'm at work, and sometimes we have some issues at work, but we still persevere and still move." So, here's what I'm gonna ask you, Keo, as we get into more of these sports, these NFL scores. Okay, I'm gonna ask you. I always bring it up. Who got smoked? Who got smoked this week in week 7, in your opinion? Who is a you got smoked nominee?
Who got smoked nominee? Man, I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs. You got smoked 27-3,
Let's
man.
go.
When was the last time? If I told you the Kansas City Chiefs is gonna score 3 points against the Tennessee Titans, you probably think I was crazy. And I looked at this game. I honestly thought this game was going to be a shootout because Tennessee's defense is very suspect. And I thought them beating Buffalo was a fluke game. And obviously, it wasn't a fluke game. Dude, they held Patrick Mahomes in check. They held Tyreek Hill for the most part in check. And obviously, they just couldn't get nothing going because everything that could went wrong with the Chiefs definitely went wrong for them, man. This was horrible, man. Patrick Mahomes didn't throw no touchdowns in this game. One interception, got sacked 4 times. He had 2 fumble lost. This was horrible, man. 27-3 again. The Kansas City Chiefs got smoked by the Tennessee Titans, and that's 2 impressive wins by the Titans, man. You beat the Bills, and then you come over to the next game and you beat the Kansas City Chiefs. And Kansas City Chiefs are in trouble now. You talk about Seattle can't afford to go 2-5. This team got 4 losses now, man. So we might have to press a panic button for the Kansas City Chiefs right now because they got smoked.
They definitely got smoked. I agree with that one. I love how you put that out there. Keo, my guy from Nothing But Sports Central, in the building, giving it to you like it should be. Definitely Kansas City should be on there. I mean, Patrick Mahomes only had 206 yards in this game. I mean, he was the leading rusher with 35 yards. I mean, his leading receiver was Pringle. I mean, the only Pringle I know is the one that once you pop, you can't stop. Those Pringles. That Pringles. This one, I mean, 5 catches, 73 yards. That's what he had. AJ Brown had a monster game. 8 catches, 133 yards and a touchdown in this one. Derrick Henry, 86 yards in this one. Didn't have 100 yards, had a lot of carries and 86 yards. So Tannehill, 270 yards, a touchdown and an interception, but only threw 6 incompletions in his entire game. So Tennessee jumped on them early. I mean, it was 27-0 at the half. They didn't even have to do nothing in the second half. They didn't do anything in the second half, Tennessee, because it was already in the books by the first half. And then they just held Kansas City to 3 points in the third quarter, and that was the end of it. People keep saying there's nothing wrong with Patrick Mahomes, and I swear I'm going to be the first. I told them on the show, Rise Up Early, shout out to a certain person, I won't say his initials, Marcus Betts. I told him that something is up with Patrick Mahomes, but people just don't want to admit it. I don't think he's 100% healthy. I don't. I really don't. I think it's a combination of new offensive line trying to gel with that. No running game for real. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is hurt too. And they have tape. And teams have tape on Kansas City. I think there's a mixture of a lot of things why Kansas City is just not performing at the level that they should be performing at. Oh, and let me add, shout out to my guy, I won't say his initials, Joshua Bailey, who said that this is just a Super Bowl hangover. Do you believe that Super Bowl hangover stuff?
I don't believe that when it comes to the Kansas City Chiefs. I think this team is just too talented, too good. And I just don't believe in the Super Bowl hangover when it comes to the Chiefs. I think they can get it together. They got a favorable matchup next week against the New York Football Giants next Monday night. So we'll see what this team is made of. Patrick Mahomes is fine after he got knocked out the game with a concussion. So he seems fine. So hopefully this team can get it together, man. If they lose to the Giants, then that's when I should be worried because, man, it's the Giants.
Oh, you're not worried now? You're not worried yet?
No, I'm not worried yet, man. I think it's good for this team, man, to go through some type of adversity because you know Kansas City has never went through any type of adversity like this before, so it's good to see this team go through this type of adversity to see if they can bounce back from this.
All right. Let's talk about Washington and the Packers real quick. Packers 24, Washington 10. Again, 6 straight wins for the Green Bay Packers. Are we looking at this team as a legitimate team yet? I'm not.
From what I see from a lot of sports
I'm not looking at them as
from a lot of sports analysts and sports fans, I feel like they're not getting the respect from, out there in the NFL right now because Green Bay, people think they're squeezing by with wins. They squeezed by against Kansas City. I mean, not Kansas City, against Cincinnati. And some people thought they kind of squeezed by through this game, man. I think they're in the mix, but I'm not sold on them as a top NFC team right now. Aaron Rodgers playing decent. He's not having that MVP caliber season he had last year. Aaron Jones is struggling to throw the ball right now. The defense is playing really well, especially the secondary. But I think they haven't gotten people's respect yet. Thursday night, they're gonna give people's respect because they going against the undefeated Arizona Cardinals. So, I think people will be talking about Green Bay after this game if they beat the Arizona Cardinals.
Right, absolutely. So here's a comment in the comment section that's very interesting. Dalton Smith said this will be the first home game Seattle has without Russell Wilson. Yes, it will. Y'all remember when NFL experts and analysts said Kansas City would go undefeated this year? I do. Will Patrick Mahomes win Defensive Player of the Year? It's hilarious. It's hilarious. I don't think that the Packers are playing at their best potential yet. I don't think so, to be very honest with you. But I do like some of the moves they've made defensively. Bringing in Whitney Merciless, I think that was a smart idea. Bringing him in for pass rush, I like that idea. I'm not mad at that at all. I think that the defense is what's going to help Green Bay get further along in the playoffs. If they're going to make it back to the NFC Championship game and beyond, they're going to need the defense to actually step up. Jordan said Devontae Adams also on COVID list, probably out on Thursday. So we'll see. I mean, I ain't going to get into my picks yet this week. I'm going to wait later on this week. We got a couple of shows coming up later on this week that I'm going to get into those picks. But as of right now, the Green Bay Packers are 6-1, 6 wins in a row. Aaron Rodgers had 3 touchdowns in this game, 274 yards. Aaron Jones had a measly 19 yards on the ground, and they still won the game. Devontae Adams had a touchdown in this one, 76 yards receiving, and he was the one who kicked off the scoring in this game with a 17-yard touchdown pass from Aaron Rodgers as they went on to beat the washing up football team. Okay.
Next 2 games for the Packers is going to be to see what they're really made of because they got Arizona coming up, and the following week they meet Kansas City. And Kansas City, they're desperate for wins now.
Oh yeah, they definitely desperate. We're gonna see how desperate they is to get their tails spanked. Because I don't think they're gonna beat Green Bay either. I'll be honest. Now, with that being said, gotta backtrack a little bit to Thursday. Almost forgot about this game. The Browns and the replacements. The Browns and the replacements beat the Denver Broncos 17-14. The Browns and the replacements. They did it without Baker. Baker has one. Keo, can I ask you a question though? Even with the Browns winning this game, have you been impressed with the Browns this year so far? Have you, I mean, really watching the Browns, are they living up to the hype of the team they're supposed to be this year?
No, because you know, you I mean they've been banged up with injuries. You know, Odell Beckham. You know, he barely just started to groove of playing. Jarvis Landry. He barely just returned this past week. And then you got Nick Chubb, who's been out for a while. Then now you got Kareem Hunt, who's currently out. So this team has been a little bit banged up. So I'm not gonna flag them that much when it comes to the Browns. I think during the beginning of the season, they were playing up to their expectations. But if you look at the last 3 games, if you look at the last 3 games that they played with the Vikings, the Chargers, Cardinals, and the 4 games, Vikings, Cardinals, Chargers, and the Browns. They've been struggling, man. They've been struggling to move the ball. It's not the same Browns defense that I'm used to seeing. It seems like they got no formula and no identity at all with the Browns. But the Browns are kind of, I'm not going to compare them to the Packers, but they've been squeezing by with wins also in the past couple games. Outside of their last 2 losses against the Chargers and the Cardinals, but they've been struggling to move the ball also. And Baker Mayfield, he's on his contract here, so if he wants to get that big money like he's been talking about, he better start showing up. And I'm talking about more than just handing the damn ball off to Nick Chubb or Kareem Hunt or Dearness Johnson or whoever's in the backfield. And those wide receivers, Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry, those guys got to step up also, man. You got guys like Donovan Peoples-Jones being the leading receiver for the damn Cleveland Browns in these games. No disrespect to Donovan Peoples-Jones, I'm a huge fan down in Michigan, so but I expect Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry to step up. But as of right now, from what I've seen so far, the last 4 games, no, they haven't been meeting these expectations. A lot of people had them as a favorite in the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
They don't look like no damn favorites to me right now.
Favorite to be right where they always be, right? Man, if I had the toilet flush prepared, I'd have probably flushed that thing. All right. The Broncos, 3-4. Teddy Bridgewater. We thought Teddy Bridgewater would be the quarterback for the Broncos. Do the Broncos got a decision to make at the end of the season?
Do the Broncos have a yes, they do. I think Teddy Bridgewater is not the answer. Teddy Bridgewater has bounced from Minnesota to Minnesota to New Orleans to Carolina to Denver. You think he's going to last with this team? You think he's the future starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos? Hell no. And I just don't see Teddy Bridgewater. I feel like it's the situation where when the Colts signed Jacoby Brissett with the Colts, I just didn't see Brissett as the future quarterback there, and that's the same thing I see with this current team right now. I don't think Drew Lock is the answer. I don't think Bridgewater is the answer. I just think that they possibly might explore other options and avenues, and that option and avenue just might be Deshaun Watson.
Okay, yeah, we talked about that earlier in the year. Jordan said Landry has been out who's normally a big piece. Plus, Njoku was a solid piece last year, underperforming. We've been asking this question about Denver ever since Peyton left, said Dez. Yep, I agree. Definitely agree with that statement for sure. We've been asking that for a minute, right? All right. So, not surprised. Jansen Harris, what's up? See you. You're watching Monday Night Madness, by the way. You are watching Monday Night Madness with Keo BMG and myself, the Firestarter, Andre the Sword Robinson. And of course, the call line is open. I told you guys, call line is open, 716-481-8249. Okay. All right. It's open. All right. Definitely open. So let's get into the next game, Keo. We got to get into this. This week had a bunch of doozy games. I mean, it was a bunch of games that I was like, who made the schedule this week for the week 7? Because it was, I think the game that we all thought was going to be the game of the week, which was Kansas City in Tennessee, turned out to be a doozy. And then you have games like the Atlanta Falcons and the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
This game was 30-28, in which Atlanta pulled out the victory. Matt Ryan, of course, always putting up some numbers, 336 yards. The Atlanta Falcons kicked the game-winning field goal at the end. All right. I just want to know your thoughts on these two teams. I mean, Tua came back, threw for 291 yards, 4 touchdown passes in this game. 4 touchdown passes from Tua. All right. 291 yards. What do we think about these two teams?
These two teams, they're probably going to finish last in their division, in their respective divisions. I think both of these teams are one team. I think they're at the stages of rebuilding. I won't be surprised if Matt Ryan is not there next season. You look at, they're on the defensive side and on the offensive side, who they have, new coaching regime also. So I think this team is towards rebuilding. As far as the Dolphins, I don't know what the hell's going on with this team, man. And I think it's even more of a distraction with this Deshaun Watson thing. I think it could be a distraction in the locker room because they drafted Tua for a reason. Hopefully he could be, their starting quarterback for the future. And obviously it looks like they're treating him like Josh Rosen right now. And and it looks like they're interested in Deshaun Watson, where I don't see anything wrong with that. But this is the team where they spent all this money the past 2 seasons on free agency, thinking they were going to be somewhere. Last season, not so bad, man. And I thought they were going to make some progress, make some leaps. Obviously, this is the same old Dolphins that we're used to seeing, man.
Yeah, they said get the shovels. They said get the shovels. This one we're gonna bury. We're gonna bury this season. Get the shovels. This one's over. It's dead. The season is dead for them.
Yeah, and it doesn't get any easier for Miami because they gotta go to Buffalo next week. Buffalo, you think they ain't pissed off after what happened against Tennessee?
Buffalo might smack them for 50 again.
Josh Allen.
Buffalo might smack. Yeah.
Josh Allen was watching that game. He said, "Oh, Matt Ryan could do that. Oh, watch what I could do."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. I totally agree. I'm not in disagreement with anything that you just said, for sure. Let me read a couple of these comments before I get to commenting about these Miami trash Dolphins. Before I get into them. Let's see here. Jordan, again, said the Watson situation, if a team does make a move, you think they trying to play him right away? or try to get him some games out of him before any suspension or deal with the backlash? And or do they wait for the case to be settled? He also said Kyle Pitts is starting to look like the star they think he is. Also, with the Dolphins Texans rumor, who do you think was the third team involved that would receive Tua? So it was the Washington football team that was involved. That was the third team that was on the market. That was the third team. It was supposed to be the Texans getting a bunch of picks. The Washington football team getting Tua, and then the Dolphins getting Deshaun Watson. That was the 3-team supposed idea. I don't know if that's going to go down, Keo, at all. But again, these 2 teams, I tell you, I don't know if you get excited at all. I mean, the Atlanta Falcons is actually at 500. Wow. They're actually 3-3, Keo. Unreal. All right, moving on to the next game. We'll go to the next game. I know Keo's still there. Oh, my goodness. If we want to talk about You Got Smoked nominee, wow. This one is a You Got Smoked. I mean, you got smoked just for the fact that 54-13? 54-13? Wow. Jets, Jets. I guess they didn't have no fuel in those Jets this week. There was no fuel whatsoever. Those Jets was landed. Those Jets were grounded. They never even got up off the ground. Matt Jones threw for 307 yards, 2 touchdowns in this one. David Harris had 106 yards and 2 touchdowns running on the ground. Yeah, this one was ugly. And Zach Wilson wasn't in the game.
Yeah, he got knocked out of the game early.
He got knocked out. He got knocked out early in this game. Super early. So the backup, M. White, had to come in there, throwing 202 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions, but that didn't do nothing. Patriots was probably highly upset after the last couple of weeks, being 3-4 now. You lost to Tampa Bay close. They lost last week, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
they lost to the Cowboys last week. Yep, in overtime, which was a super close game. So, I mean, back-to-back couple weeks, you're losing close games to elite teams. Bill Belichick said, yeah, we're going to put up 54 on this team, this Jets team that's 1-5, barely winning any type of games whatsoever. This was over early, too. I mean, the Patriots was up 31-7 at half, and then they just poured it on in the fourth quarter, too, putting up 20 points in the fourth quarter, and that was the end of that chapter. So I don't think there's a whole lot to talk about as far as this game. So we'll move on to the next one. But another You Got Smoked nominee. Oh, it's 2 more coming up. The Giants and the Panthers. Who thought that the Panthers would only get 3 points against the Giants?
I was surprised by this game also. I thought the Carolina was good enough to beat this team, and obviously they did not beat them. They did not have a chance at all in this game. Sam Darnold, the past 2 games, has looked completely awful. I wouldn't be surprised if Carolina tried to pursue Deshaun Watson right now, because he looked really bad, man. I don't know what's going on over there. They got Joe Brady, the offensive genius. He got to do something. He got to figure something out, because Carolina in the beginning of the season, they were trending in the beginning of the season, but the last couple games they have completely fallen badly, man. And this one is evidence right here. You only got 3 points, really. Sam Darnold went 16 out of 25 for 111 yards, 1 interception.
Oh boy, was that at MetLife? Was that at MetLife Stadium again?
Yes, it was at
Oh
MetLife
boy,
Stadium.
he out there seeing ghosts again. He's seeing ghosts.
Yeah, and Robbie Anderson. I think the key piece in this is Robbie Anderson. Robbie Anderson is not having the year that he had last year. Last year he had a solid year. This season he's not. You got to get DJ Moore some help. DJ Moore, he's doing what he can, but there's other receivers that got to step up. Chuba Hubbard, man, only 28 yards rushing out of 17 carries, man.
Trash.
That's a sign where you need Christian McCaffrey back, man. And it's not over yet for them, but they got to get it together, though, man, because it just might be too late if they don't get it together. So, yeah, I was very surprised and disappointed with Carolina.
Oh, trash. Oh, I'm sorry. Usually they see Cam. Oh, Cam. No, this is trash. Just trash. Oh, trash. Man, listen, you put 3 points up against the Giants. You got the Giants looking like the Tampa Bay Bucks right now. 25-3. Daniel Jones and that Giants team get their second win of the season. They only had one win before this one. And they definitely deserve this one. They definitely put in some work for this one. My question is to everybody that's out there right now, what moves should the Giants make at the end of the season? Obviously, even though they won this game, what moves do the Giants need to make at the end of the season? Because I don't see anything working. I mean, what happens to all these players they were supposed to have? They went out and got. What happened?
I don't know
what happened. Saquon hurt again.
I don't know what move this team could make because towards the end of the season, I honestly thought this team was going in the right direction. When they signed Kenny Galladay, I was like, okay, they got a top option to go with Sterling Shepard, and then you got Kadarius Toney over there, Slayton, Saquon Barkley, Daniel Jones, and you notice I called him Daniel Jones. I'm not calling him no damn Danny Dimes because he don't look like no Danny Dimes to me. He hasn't done anything to be called Danny Dimes, so I'm gonna call him Daniel Jones. So Daniel Jones, he still has a lot of.
You mean Danny Trips?
Yeah, he still has a lot of. There's a lot of development left for Daniel Jones right now, and I feel like he will stay the quarterback for the time being. There's a lot left in the season. He could play horrible, man, towards the end of the season, and they might just give up on Daniel Jones. But they drafted this guy really high, and people questioned them. Hey, why the hell are you drafting Daniel Jones so high? Obviously, they think they know what they're doing. They see Eli Manning in him, obviously, according to the scouting reports. I just don't see no damn Eli Manning in him. But I think, he deserves at least one more year. And we'll see where it leads for Daniel Jones. But for the time being, though, I think they're going to stick with Daniel Jones. I think these wide receivers, they got to step it up, man. And Saquon Barkley, he just needs to stay healthy, man. If Saquon Barkley does not stay healthy, I think the Giants should move from him, man. I'm sorry, man, because he's hurting his team right now, man. From all of this, and I think Saquon Barkley needs to stay healthy. If the dude could stay healthy, then the Giants, we could see the potential in them possibly, but we haven't seen that yet with Saquon Barkley being healthy. He's has a rapport of injuries throughout the years, man, and we just haven't seen it yet. So I think the move that they would make is Saquon Barkley, and last but not least, get Dave Gettleman the hell out of here too.
Okay. Give us 1 second as we fix a few things real quick. I see the Panthers, talking about the Panthers fixing a few things, has made it so that we need to fix a few things on our end. Talking about the Panthers knocking out video signals and stuff. And we need to get those signals back. So let's see here. I think we're we close. Are we close to getting this thing back to where we need to be? By the way, we are on YouTube as well. Shout out to YouTube and everybody that's watching too. You are watching Monday Night Madness. We are talking about Week 7. These Panthers, trash team, definitely trash. All right, more trash coming up. As far as you know what? They just played like trash. I don't think they're trash, but they played like trash. Let's talk about the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. You got smoked. Ooh-wee. I just want to put this out there. Another guy by the name of, I won't say his initials, Marcus Betts, told me that the Cincinnati Bengals shouldn't get no respect. They don't deserve any respect. Kia, I tried to tell him, man. I tried to tell him that the Bengals are better than what he thought. He didn't want to listen to me. He didn't want to hear it.
I was surprised, but I was not surprised by this game because I don't know. Something told me that I was like, man, this is the trap game for the Ravens. I'm not picking this game because I do like the Bengals' chances, and I knew that they're going to throw the ball, and I knew that the Baltimore Ravens were going to have a hard time stopping this team. But, man, they looked pretty good, man. Joe Burrow threw over 400. Jamar Chase, man. The dude is on pace to have probably one of the best rookie seasons as a wide receiver. Justin Jefferson had 14. His counterpart, Justin, former teammate at LSU, he had 1,400 yards receiving during his rookie season. He had 88 receptions, 6 touchdowns. Jamar Chase has already have over 750 yards receiving. He already reached close to half of the receptions, and he got as many touchdown receptions as Justin Jefferson right now. Jamar Chase is a problem. People were questioning him in training camp about his hands, and he's not doing training camp. Hey, they don't look like that to me right now because they look.
He was questioning his own hands.
And then shout out to everybody out there that thought the Cincinnati Bengals should have drafted the offensive lineman.
Hey. I did.
It's working out pretty good for them right now.
Yes, it is. It is definitely working out for them pretty well. You know, I can admit I could be wrong sometimes. I definitely was one who said they should have got Penei Sewell with that pick at number 5, but they went and got Jamar Chase, and Jamar Chase has done nothing but set records. 7 games, he has the most yards for a receiver in the first 7 games of his career in NFL history. So that is groundbreaking for somebody who definitely complained that the college footballs were a little bit smaller and he can catch those compared to the NFL footballs.
And who would have thought after 7 games the Cincinnati Bengals are tied for first place in their division right now. They're 5-2 right now.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would have thought that. I really don't think anybody had the Cincinnati Bengals at 5-2 after 7 games. No. I don't think anybody had that. To you, what does that say about the Baltimore Ravens?
The Baltimore Ravens, I think they went in this game too overconfident. The game was actually in Baltimore, man, and they got too overconfident in this game, and they got too comfortable, man. They dealt with a team that throws the ball on a high rate, and obviously Lamar Jackson. When you force him to throw the ball and have him play out of what he's used to playing, being selective with the passing play, running the ball when necessary, they could get beat, man. And obviously that was the case in this game. And they had no answer, and they couldn't catch up with this team. And Cincinnati, they played some good defense. They was able to sack Lamar Jackson 5 times in this game, and they put a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, they did. Definitely. They did a damn good job. Lamar Jackson, again, is not one of those quarterbacks who's gonna catch up from behind too many times in the season to win games. He's got to be out there and have a lead. And Cincinnati just put the pressure on them all night. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Joe Burrow threw for over 400 plus yards against this defense that's supposed to be really good. Yeah. Watch out for the Cincinnati Bengals. They got them fire jerseys now. Them uniforms looking nice, and they playing real nice in them uniforms, man. I have to say they look really good. All right. With that being said, I think we can move on. We can move on from them and get on to another game as well. Let's talk about the Vegas Raiders, who beat the Philadelphia Eagles 33-22. Your thoughts on that, Keel?
The Vegas Raiders, man, this was my upset pick, man. I honestly thought the Eagles was gonna win this game. They started off the game good until Miles Sanders got knocked out the game. Josh Jacobs also got taken out the game also, so both starting running backs got taken out the game. But Derek Carr, he did what he had to do. He was making the plays necessary, spreading the ball around. No Darren Waller also in this game, so that was huge for the Raiders. That they're able to win without their top target. So that's good for the Raiders, man. And especially after all this Gruden mess, they're able to squeeze out and win some games. So pretty good for the Las Vegas Raiders right now, what they're able to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. By the way, the Monday Night Football game has commenced and started taking place. Seattle is on their own 35-31, 14-15 left in the first quarter. We'll see what Seattle does in this game. I think the Saints is probably going to win that one. But, again, so, Keel, what does this say about the Eagles?
The Eagles is who I thought they are. I think they'll be pretty much inconsistent throughout the season. I like how Jalen Hurts is. They're giving him shots to actually throw the ball more now. Now that he got Devontae Smith over there, so I think they're doing, they're making progress, man. But this season's not going anywhere for them. Once again, it's another rebuilding team, and I think they still got a couple years to go before they could contend with the likes of the the elite teams in the NFC right now.
Tell me a little bit about Jalen Hurts' performance so far this season. Up, down, good, bad, indifferent.
I think he's more confident throwing the ball. Not just these short routes. He's taking deep shots at the ball, man, and you could just tell from his confidence. How confident he throws the ball. He's not making those dumb mistakes like he normally did last season. So I do see progress in Jalen Hurts right now, and I like what I see over there in Philadelphia. So I hope they stick with Jalen Hurts, because I really like Jalen Hurts, man. I think he could be something special if they could put the right pieces around him. So I like what I see from Jalen Hurts so far.
Yeah, I do like what I see from Jalen Hurts somewhat, but I do not like what I've seen from Devonta Smith. I feel like Devonta just doesn't fit the mold. Do you get that notion? Like, do you think he fits the mold? Because I don't know.
I gotta see more though. I gotta see more from Devonta Smith. I mean, he got some high expectations though. Coming off winning a Heisman, and then he's you seeing what Jamar Chase is doing right now. Man, I think Devonta Smith needs to take that step, man, as a wide receiver. Sometimes first season rookies don't have the year you expect them to have. Like last season, the year I thought CeeDee Lamb would have, he didn't have it. But I do think he's having it this year though. So it might be that first year rookie slump is just not it. I mean, not everybody's Jamar Chase right now.
Right, absolutely. All right, we're gonna move on from the Bengals and Ravens, but just know you got smoked. Okay, you definitely got smoked. You deserve to be talked about. The Ravens. Everybody was raving about the Ravens, and then you put up that type of performance. And yeah, I guess it's a bounce you back to reality type of performance by the Ravens. Maybe they're pretenders. Do you believe that they okay? So do you believe that they will be in the top 3 as far as AFC teams is concerned?
I think they'll still be a top 3. If I'll go lower than that, I'll say 4. Like I could guarantee 4, but I think they could be a top 3 team right now. I think after their loss, I think they still are a top 3 team right now. Obviously you got to put Buffalo in there. I think Buffalo is probably the best team in the AFC right now. I like what I see from Tennessee right now also. And then it's Baltimore, man. I think Baltimore, even though they did lose the way that they did, I think Baltimore is still a good team in the NFC. I mean, in the AFC.
Okay. Well, let's talk some more NFL talk. The Rams 28-19 over the Lions. How many times can how many times, I should ask, how many different ways can the Lions lose a football game? How many different ways?
I can't answer that, but we knew they were going to lose this game. I know they jumped up early, but for some reason, I felt I had a feeling that Matthew Stafford and the Rams, they're just too good, and they were going to come back in this game. I didn't think that I gave the Lions no type of chance to win this game. I thought it would be a competitive game though, because I honestly thought Jared Goff would try to play his ass out against his former team. But it just wasn't enough, man. You got a good defense down in LA, and then you need the weapons that you got over there alongside with Stafford. You got Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, who's been balling right now. Van Jefferson, you can't forget about him. So I think this is a really good team that the Lions dealt with, and the Lions is another team, man. I don't know what the hell they're doing either. I mean, Jared Goff's a good look, but you gotta put receivers around them, man. Dude, they got rid of both of their starting receivers. They got rid of Marvin Jones. They got rid of Kenny Galladay. You got DeAndre Swifter, which is a good thing. I think they need to build up on that defense also. But you got to add more weapons on there. And where the hell was TJ Hawkinson this whole game? He was missing.
MIA.
Yeah.
He was totally MIA. No idea where he is. All right. With that being said, they haven't won a game yet. They're 0-7. Could this be the 0-17 Lions?
Oh, man. Oh, man. I got to see their schedule.
No one on the corner got swagger like them. No one has swagger like them right now. No one. Okay. They're winless. 0-7. Multiple ways to lose football games. This could be 0-17 for me. This could be it, Keo. The 0-17 could be right here.
Okay, so what I see right now, I think next week can be a winnable game for them.
Against who?
The Philadelphia Eagles.
No.
Okay, so they got the Eagles. Okay, they got the Eagle. Okay, so they got the Eagles, they got the Steelers, Browns, they got the Bears, they got the Vikings.
Lost.
They got the
maybe.
Broncos. Wow, DK Metcalf, an 84 touchdown reception right now.
84-yard touchdown reception, DK Metcalf?
Yeah.
Does that mean the Seahawks is up right now 7-0?
Yep, looks like it. Okay, like I said, they got the Broncos, then they got the Cardinals, they got the Falcons, they got the Seahawks, and they got the Packers. I think they
will be lucky to win. They will be lucky to win 2 games this year.
No, I think they do got some winnable games though. I'm not gonna say
winnable.
I'm not gonna say 0-17. I do think they got some winnable games.
All the games this year have been winnable. They just ain't been able to win them. They just ain't been able to win them at all. I mean, they've been close in a lot of games. They've been close. And they found a way to lose every single. Watching the Lions lose is like missionary every single every single night, like Roman Reigns would put it. Yeah, it's bad. I can't watch the Lions. I'm sorry, cannot watch the Lions. It's like, yep. Which way are they going to lose this week? Put it in the comment section. Which way do you think the Lions will lose next week to the Sheagles? I meant the Eagles.
Wow.
Which way? What way? I need to know.
So, okay, repeat the question again.
In what way? How will the Lions lose next week? Will they get beat up? Will it be a bad whooping? Will it be a late game field goal? Will it be a block punt? Block field goal kick?
I think they have a chance to actually win the game. I think they do. I think, and if they do lose the game, it's gonna be by a field goal. I think the game will be close, low scoring type of game, like maybe 19-16, 17-14, that type of game.
Okay. If you say so, if you say it, I'm gonna trust in it. All right. We'll see. We'll see, because if they lose, I'm telling you right now, if they lose next week, I'm coming back to you, Keo, and I'm be like, Keo, what happened? I'm like, Keo, what happened? What happened to these Lions that were supposed to win this week? All right, another game we can talk about. We need to talk about the Buccaneers. Oh my goodness, do we really need to talk about the Buccaneers? And this is a you got smoked moment, folks. Keo, please explain to them why this is a you got smoked moment.
Wait, say that again.
Explain to everybody who's tuned in and watching right now. We got people watching on YouTube too, as well. Why this is a you got smoked moment.
For who? Oh, Tampa Bay?
The Bears. Yes.
Oh, man. Well, we all knew that the Bears was going to lose this game. Tom Brady, congratulations with, being in the 600 club. No Antonio Brown. They wanted all sides of the game, from the passing, from the offense, passing the ball, running the ball, defense, coaching. They did all of that, man. And Justin Fields looked horrible in this game, man. Like, he actually looked like a rookie quarterback, man. He looked like a bad rookie quarterback in this game, man. Like, I was disappointed. Everybody was so high on Justin Fields, and obviously that was not the case at all, because Tampa Bay was able to do whatever they wanted to do with this team.
Yeah. I don't know where Khalil Mack went. I think he took a vacation. I think Akeem Nicks took a vacation. I think the secondary took a vacation. I think they wrote this game off. We know we're gonna win, so why even show up? And they surely didn't show up. I mean, 38-3 says totally different that they didn't show up. Shout out to Tom Brady, though, definitely, for being in the 600 club. All right. He had 4 touchdown passes in this one. Justin Fields had 3 interceptions in this one. Leonard Fournette had 81 yards in the touchdown, and Chris Godwin had over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown in this one. It was 35-3 at the half. 35-3 at the half. They ended this one early. This one was a snooze fest. Just like the next game was a snooze fest too. The first time, D-Hop, J.J. Watt played their old team. They definitely decimated they decimated the Houston Texans 31-5. All right, 31-5 was the score. Zach Ertz actually even been on the team, hasn't been on the team 2 weeks, and already had his longest touchdown catch of his career with Arizona, a 47-yard scamper at the end of the game, and that was just it. Kyler Murray, 261 yards, 3 touchdowns, an interception. I don't even want to talk about D Mills because he had 135 yards. Okay. That's all he had. Don't know what to tell you. All right. Moving on to the last game. Oh, yeah, the last game of the night was the Colts and the 49ers. I'm just going to say this right now. Jimmy Garoppolo is not the answer. He's not the answer. He is not the answer in San Francisco. I think San Francisco definitely needs to think about trying to put Trey Burke in this, get him some reps. Because San Francisco, the team that everybody was like, oh, they're going to bounce back this year. Oh, they're going to be better. I know it's 6-7 games into the season, but I do not see this defense that everybody was talking about. Nick Bosa is back. I don't want to hear the excuse. I guess they're going to say, well, Kittle's not playing. Kittle's going to make a whole bunch of difference. Not really, not when Jimmy Garoppolo is your quarterback, and I haven't seen much from him. I mean, we talk about Carson Wentz being bad. Well, hell, Jimmy Garoppolo had 2 interceptions in this game. Carson Wentz had 2 touchdown passes in this game. The running game was pretty even. I mean, Jonathan Taylor and E. Mitchell both had 107 yards for their respective teams and a touchdown. And then Deebo Samuel had 100 yards receiving in a touchdown, but Michael Pittman Jr. had 105 yards in a touchdown too. So it was pretty even. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo just did not play well. All right. In crucial moments, this guy threw interception, fumble. I think he fumbled as well, fumbled the ball away. And yeah, it just wasn't a good game for them. And I'm not believing in Jimmy Garoppolo. I can't believe in him. Cannot believe in him whatsoever. All right. So they're going to have to make some moves coming up. They're going to have to make some moves. Now, moving right along, I want to move into a little bit of NBA before I go. Let me give you some scores real quick because the season started. NBA season started. Celtics, 91-86 over the Hornets right now, third quarter. Bucks and Pacers. Bucks 14-point leaders right now with 8 minutes left in the third quarter. And we got the Hawks and Pistons. The Hawks are up 10 right before the half. We got the Nets and Wizards. The Nets up 17 at halftime. Heat 54-44 on the Magic. Bulls 61-51 over the Raptors right now. It's at the half. Pelicans 21-19 over the Timberwolves. First quarter is about to end. Later on, you will get the Cavaliers and the Nuggets. And you also will get the Clippers and Blazers coming up. All right, that's NFL action. That's NBA action coming up later on. Let me get to some NHL. Some NHL thoughts here. Lightning 1, Sabres 1. 1 minute left in the second. If I wasn't at work, I'd probably be there right now covering the Sabres game. All right, Capitals 4, Senators 4. All right, 8 minutes, 19 seconds left in the second period. Panthers 3, Coyotes 1, 2 minutes left in that second period. Flames 2, Rangers none, 2 minutes left in that period. All right. Carolina Hurricanes 2, Maple Leafs 1 right now, 3 minutes left in the second period. Blue Jackets 2, Stars 0, ending the second period. And you have the Blues and the Kings 0-0. All right. Ending the first. So, again, like we said earlier, the Atlanta Braves will be going to the World Series, all right, against the Houston Astros. Game 1 is in Houston tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, all right? Make sure you tune in. There's a whole lot more shows coming up this week, whole lot more conversation to be had. I will talk about Ben Simmons later on in the week. I have not rushed to talk about Ben Simmons. I have not rushed to talk about Kyrie Irving, even though I kind of commend the guy for what he's doing. But I have not talked about those guys. But I will later on. But I will, before we go, just give you a couple of top headlines. Obviously, Packers star wideout Devontae Adams on the COVID-19 list. All right. The Jets also brung back Joe Flacco with the trade with the Eagles, brung him back. Watson says he's open to multiple teams, and the Panthers are eyeing him too. So, all right. Jimmy Garoppolo says despite his worst game, which I just got finished talking to you about, that he's still the starter somehow. All right. Astros, they said they are not motivated by narratives. They just motivated by cheating and winning. Just winning. We'll see. I'm hoping that the Atlanta Braves smoke them. I hope the Atlanta Braves sweep them 4-0. Broncos also acquired, I think his name Nick Young. Yeah, Nick Young from the Rams. All right, acquired him from the Rams. All right, and last but not least, Tom Brady's 600 touchdown. All right, Bucks fan gave back the ball, not knowing it was Tom Brady's 600. Gave back the ball and was rewarded heavily for it. So again, I think we got to change and score real quick, real fast. Capitals, nope. Actually, I told you, Capitals and Senators 4. All right, 4 apiece. So nope, no changes in it. In that, no changes in the action there. But Nets 55, Wizards 39, Bucks 71, Pacers 61, Celtics now only up 2 on the Hornets. 5 minutes left in that one. And what I'm going to tell you is this has been a fun Monday Night Madness. Again, if you want to watch more of Monday Night Madnesses, make sure you subscribe. Oh, yeah, I should have put this up. Boop, there it is. Please subscribe to the Rise Up Family channel, YouTube, and the Rise Up Family page on Facebook. We talk sports a lot, a hell of a lot. All right. No matter what goes on, what technical difficulties we may have, we still talk sports. Kia was in the house with us from MBS. All right, Central. He was in the house with us. And you know who I am, obviously. I am Andre the Torch Robinson, the fire starter. All right. This is Monday Night Madness, of course. And I'm off. I got to go. I will see you guys next week. Well, actually, I'll see you this week, but Monday Night Madness, probably will see you again next week. All right.